So I hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining me. And I think all of you know who I am, but for those of you that don't, my name is Michelle and I run Floetic. So I'm a transformation coach, hypnotherapist, and also meditation teacher. So the last 3 weeks, what we've been doing is visualization meditations. And this week we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to do an insight meditation this week. So I like to do insight meditations when there is a decision that I need to make, or if there is something that I want to have a little bit more detail or a bit more information about. And the insight that we're going to use today is, what do I need to learn today? So what do I need to learn today? So you don't need to remember that because I'm going to lead you through as I have on each other week. But if you do want to do an insight meditation separately, independently on your own, you can actually work with any insight that you like. So it could be something big like, what's my purpose? Or it could be something that's a little bit more sort of transactional and tied into your everyday. Any sort of decision or thing that you want insight into. When I work with an insight meditation, sometimes I will get insights come through on that first meditation, and other times I'll actually meditate on the same thing for several days in a row consecutively to get some insight. So don't have any expectation, because you may well get some today or you may not. And if you don't, then you're still going to have a nice relaxing meditation. We're still going to get past the 20-minute mark, which is when the relaxation response really kicks in and you gain those physical health benefits from meditation. So if you're sitting there and you're going, okay, so where are these insights going to come from? Well, that depends a little bit on your belief system. So if you do have a spiritual or a religious belief, then you will probably find that you believe those insights are coming from something bigger, some bigger energy, be that God or the universe, whatever it is that you believe. If you don't have a spiritual or a religious belief system, then you can understand that it comes from your unconscious mind, because only 4% of our mind is in our awareness at any time, and the other 96% is very busy keeping us safe and healthy and storing and arranging memories and all the information that we absorb from the outside world that we're not aware of. So that just gives you a little bit of an intro to what we're going to do today. As in previous weeks, towards the end of the meditation, there'll be a couple of minutes where I will stop speaking, and that is just your opportunity to sit, enjoy the space that you've gotten into, potentially receive some insights today, and then I will start talking again and lead you back out of the meditation, out of a grounding, so that you know that we're finished. So I will not be leaving you there. For anyone who doesn't meditate often, really the only thing that you need to do is listen to my voice, see where you choose to take yourself. If you do find that your mind wanders, which it most likely will, just simply notice that it has. Then simply come back to your breathing, back to my voice, and know that it doesn't matter. So I think what we'll do is we will now start. So if you all want to make sure that you are in a comfortable position, something that you can sit in for the next 20 to 25 minutes. So you may be cross-legged, you might be propping yourself up with a pillow. Alternatively, you may be on the couch, or you may be on a chair if you want a little bit more support for your back. Again, propping yourself up as needed. If you are on the chair or on the couch, just making sure that your feet are flat on the floor. And if you've not done so already, now is a really nice time just to close down your eyes. Just allowing your body to settle where it is this evening. Simply noticing the position that you've chosen to sit yourself in. Noticing which parts of your body are in contact with the ground and the chair or the cushion. Simply allowing yourself to settle a little bit more deeply. Perhaps shifting the weight in your hips, finding a point of balance. Taking your attention to your spine, leaving your spine long and relaxed, possibly imagining a small balloon above your head, just lightly lifting the crown of your head, creating a little bit more space in that spine. Noticing the position of your hands and where you've chosen to let them lay. Noticing if your palms are up or if your palms are down, and how far spread your fingers are. And as you begin to deepen your breath, with each out breath, allowing yourself to settle and relax a little bit more. As you do, simply noticing any tension anywhere in your body. Checking in with the shoulders, with the neck, perhaps the hips, and just releasing those areas a little bit further. Taking your attention out into the room you're in. Noticing any sounds in the room. Perhaps the crackle of a candle, the sound of the fridge, perhaps some air conditioning. Simply noticing those sounds close by. Expanding out to the sounds outside the room. Perhaps you can hear someone through the wall, or people on the street, cars, distant music. Simply noticing all the sounds in your environment. Taking note of the pitch of those sounds and the volume of those sounds and the frequency of those sounds. And noticing any pauses or quiet spaces between those sounds. Noticing the layers of those sounds as they mesh together. Drawing your attention now to your skin. Noticing which parts of your body are exposed, which parts have no clothing on them. Checking in with your forehead and your cheeks and your hands. seeing if you can feel the air as it touches your skin. And as you do so, noticing the temperature of that air. Taking your attention to the rest of your body, noticing your clothes, the texture of your clothing. Is it lightweight? Is it heavy and comforting? Warm and cozy? Soft, perhaps a little rough? Taking your attention to exactly where that clothing meets your skin. Taking your attention now to your mouth and any taste in your mouth, any flavors. Taking your attention to your nose and any smells that you can sense. Perhaps you're burning a candle. Perhaps you can smell cooking. Perhaps you can even smell your hair or perfume that you're wearing. And as you continue to focus on your nose, taking that attention to your in-breath, noticing as that air passes in through your nostrils and back out through your nostrils. Tracing that air as it runs all the way from the tip of your nose, down your throat and into your lungs. And in time with your own breathing, noticing when that air leaves your lungs, travels back up your throat and back out of your nose. Aware of the temperature of your air as it enters your nose. And noticing if it's a little bit warmer when it leaves your nose. Over your next few breaths, allowing your out-breath to extend a little. Breathing comfortably at a pace which is good for you. But simply allowing that out-breath to deepen slightly. And as you do, recognizing any effects, noticing how that beautiful calm out-breath affects your whole body. And as you continue to breathe, tracing the traveling of that air all the way into your lungs and back out of your lungs. Noticing the rise of your belly and the fall of your belly. And noticing if you can just release your belly a little bit further, allowing it to push up against the top of your trousers or your skirt or your shorts, inviting it to completely release Noticing as you do how easy it is to deepen and lengthen your breathing. As you continue to breathe, just noticing the slight pause at the top of your breath before you continue to your out breath. And noticing the pause at the bottom of your breath before you breathe back in. Exploring this point of stillness at the top of your breath and the bottom of your breath. Noticing how long this point of stillness is. Noticing what you can hear in this point of stillness once your breath has paused. Continuing to breathe deeply and gently, aware of the stillness at the top of the breath and the stillness at the bottom of the breath. Taking your awareness to your mouth. You may wish to swallow. And taking your attention to your tongue. Tracing the very tip of your tongue all the way to the back of your throat. Noticing your teeth. Taking your awareness from the very back molar on your left side. Moving around your mouth, past your front teeth, all the way around to the right hand side, to that very back right molar. Noticing if you traced your attention around your top teeth or your bottom teeth, and taking your attention to whichever set you've not explored. Moving around from one side of your mouth all the way to the other. Taking your attention to your top lip, tracing the very outside of that lip. Noticing where the top lip meets the bottom lip. And taking your attention around the outside of that bottom lip. Aware now of both your lips, your tongue, your teeth, your gums, and your whole mouth. And inviting you to relax them just a little bit further. Taking your attention to your lungs, your left lung and your right lung. Noticing all the little alveoli and how they expand with air with every breath you take. Tracing that air all the way back out on your out breath. And taking your attention to your hands, starting with your palm, aware of all the lines on the inside of your palm. Taking your attention to your thumb and the fingernail in the cuticle and the knuckle, and gently tracing your attention across each of your other fingers, your index finger, the middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Simply noticing which hand you focused your attention on, or perhaps you focused on both. Taking your attention now to your eyes, firstly to the pupils, and then your irises, aware of what colour your eyes are. Expanding that awareness out into the cornea and right into the corner of your eyes. Noticing your eyelids heavily closed. Notice the edge of the eyelid and the wrinkle across the middle. Noticing the eyelashes, aware of your whole eye. And noticing now any colours or shapes you see behind your eyes, behind your closed eyelids. Enjoying this moment in your inner world. And slowly taking your attention, moving your eyes up to the space between your eyebrows. And noticing there any colours or shapes that may appear. And as you sit very still and very aware of your whole body, saying to yourself in your mind, what do I need to learn today? What do I need to learn today? Simply repeating this insight to yourself. What do I need to learn today? What do I need to learn today? Remaining open to anything that may appear. What do I need to learn today? Repeating this in your own mind as many times as you feel comfortable. What do I need to learn today? What do I need to learn today? And continue to repeat this until you're comfortable to let this insight go and simply enjoy where you are. What do I need to learn today? What do I need to learn today? And slowly bringing your awareness back to your breath. Noticing the sound of your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. And starting to deepen that breath. And as you do, noticing the sounds that are still in the room with you. Checking in for what you heard before. Picking up on any sounds outside the room. Noticing any taste in your mouth. Feeling the sensation of your clothes on your skin. Beginning to move your body a little. Perhaps rocking your hips. Wriggling your fingers. Wriggling your toes. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, opening your eyes.